Welcome you all. In this video lecture, we shall discuss about elements of rigid body dynamics. Elements of rigid body dynamics is the one of the topic from fifth unit, which is the second half of it. Elements of rigid body dynamics. Dynamics in the sense is nothing but study of body in motion. Okay. So it is divided into two. One is kinematics and another one is kinetics. So what is the difference? So for example, just consider a ball. Okay, I just going to give a kick. It is a ball. I just going to give a kick. Okay, body which is a ball. I just going to give a kick. What happens? Just it move, and which will reaches this getting position, which is the final position I just going to take. So if you study what is the distance taken or displacement of the body from the initial to final, and what is the velocity of the moving ball, and what is the acceleration of the moving ball, and what is the force applied, that kind of things will comes under dynamics of a rigid body. So here kinematics in the sense, if you take without the force that cause motion, that means this ball is moved to a certain distance because of the force applied. Okay, so if you don't consider the external force which is applied or external force that cause the motion, then it comes under kinematics. So kinetics in the sense, along with the consideration of the with the force that cause motion, without force that cause motion. Okay, so along with the force that cause motion, we'll considering the entire thing, or we will analyzing the entire thing in the kinetics. So in the kinematics, just we will analyze what is the velocity, what is the acceleration, what is the displacement of the body, but we will not consider the force that cause the motion. Okay, so that is the kinematics and kinetics. So first of all, we shall know about kinematics. In this video lecture, we will be discussing about the kinematics. Kinematics of a rigid body refers to the relationship of position, that means displacement at, in the particular, what is the initial position and what is the final position, what is the displacement taken, it comes in the position, relationship of position, velocity, acceleration with time. For a particular time, what are the observation is happening regarding the position, velocity and acceleration, which can be analyzed by the kinematics. Okay, so here types of rigid body motion. Okay, types of rigid body motion. Here we have translation motion, and rotation, then general plane motion. Third one is a general motion. So first, translation. Translation in the sense, we can say the rigid body is said to be a translation if the linear displacement of every point in a rigid body is same. Okay, so for example, I just going to show a body. So I just going to consider a particle which is A and B. Okay, so this is the initial one and this is the final position. Okay, So when it is just moving the same A and B, here I just going to consider A dash and B dash since it is a final one. So the just a motion path will be just parallel, and every point, okay, every point or every point in the particular body will be what the is same, I can say. That means the linear displacement of every point in a rigid body which will be same throughout its displacement. Okay, so that can be called as a translation, and each particle will have the motion path just parallel to each other. Okay, so here in the translation, two kinds of things will be possible. One is a rectilinear translation, which is nothing but the path will be parallel to what each other. Okay, if all the paths are parallel and straight line, then the motion is said to be rectilinear. All paths are parallel, straight line, then the motion is said to be rectilinear translation motion. Okay, fine. So second one comes under translation is curvilinear motion. Curvilinear translation. This is nothing but if you consider a particle, their similar way manner, I just going to consider A and B particle. Okay, if it is final, it is, but its motion will be just a curve. Okay, just a curve, but it will be a order moving the same manner. Okay, each point in the particle, the movement will be, the motion will be the same manner it will be tracing. If the path or curved lines, okay, if the paths are curved lines, the motion is said to be curvilinear. Okay, if all the paths are curved line, then the motion is said to be curvilinear translation. Okay, the second one, rotation. So in the rotation, I can say the particles of a rigid body moves in the concentric circular path. The particle of rigid body move in, the particles of rigid body move in concentric circular path. Okay, right. So here if I show the difference how it translates or how it moves, just I going to take this is the initial position of a rigid body. Okay, so I just going to consider a particle A, B and C, and it is reaching the final position, the same object, it is reaching the final position. This is a final, this is the initial position. So if you take it, it will just take an angle. Okay, the particle of rigid body moves in a concentric circular path. Okay, it is taking the circular path. That means this is how the trace will be. Okay, the motion of the particle moves, this is how. In the similar manner, it will be A dash, this will be B dash and C dash. Okay, it will move in a concentric circular path, that is a thing. Okay, so it takes a theta angle displacement. Okay, fine. Third one is a general plane motion. So general plane motion is nothing but the motion of the rigid body is said to have a general plane motion when the body undergoes a combinations of translation and rotation. Okay, when the body undergoes combination of rigid body, combination of translation and rotation, then it is said to be general plane motion. I can give an example which is nothing but the wheel is just rolling on the road surface. Wheel is rotating and we are getting the linear displacement. Okay, so and one more example I can give you, which is a apt example, which is connecting rod of a reciprocating engine. Okay, connecting rod of reciprocating engine. So this is how the connecting rod will be for the reciprocating engine. So this is how it will be, and it will be connected to the piston, something like this. So this is how the engine cylinder will be. This is the engine cylinder and this is a piston. This is the connecting rod. Okay, so connecting rod and the engine piston is the best example for the general plane motion. So connecting rod, which will be just a rotary motion, which will provide rotary motions with an inclined manner. Okay, so when it is inclined or just what forward or reverse, something like this, what happens here, it will provide the translation motions. When it is moving downwards, it will just move forward. When it is just moving reverse, it will be moving backward. Okay, so rotary motion and the translation motions are just combined in a single object. Okay, so this is the best example for a general plane motion. General plane motion is nothing but when the body undergoes combination of translation and rotation, which called as a general plane motion. So I hope you understood about the kinematics, basically the types of rigid body motions like translation, rotation, general plane motions. Okay, so next we shall know about the formula involved in it, just like a displacement, velocity, acceleration and time, or something like that relations we can learn it. Okay, so here for your kind understanding, I just have given tabulations. Okay, so points of comparisons here, linear motion as well the angular motions, I have a formula. Okay, so displacement is noted as S. In the rotation, displacement can be denoted by theta. So here it will cover up the distance, here it will cover up the angle or radian. Okay, fine. So second one, initial velocity. Initial velocity can be noted as u, small letter u, and here omega naught. Okay, omega naught is for the angular representation. Final velocity v, and here it is omega. Acceleration is small letter a, and acceleration of angular motion, which is alpha, and time taken, which is t, there as well time taken is a similar one. Mathematical expression for velocity here, v is equal to displacement divided by the time taken. Okay, rate of displacement with respect to the time, and here omega, the angle theta, how much the the displacement is occurred divided by the time, but in terms of theta divided by dt. Okay, acceleration, a is equal to dv divided by dt, which is in terms of velocity, or else in terms of acceleration in the elaborate manner d square s divided by dt square. Alpha is equal to d omega divided by dt, which is equal to d square theta divided by dt square. In terms of velocity it is, and it is in an elaborate manner. Equation of motion, it is a very important one. Equation of motion, uniform velocity s is equal to, if the motion is uniform velocity, then the displacement can be found by the formula s is equal to vt. Here theta is equal to omega t. If the motion is uniform acceleration, then v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to et plus 1 by 2 at square, v square is equal to u square plus 2 as. Okay, in the angular motion, theta that we have covered, and omega, which is equal to, which is the velocity, omega naught plus alpha t. Theta is equal to omega naught t plus 1 by 2 alpha t square. Omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. The same formula, but here the notation is given something like this, and here with respect to this the notation is given, but the formula is same. Okay, uniform velocity and uniform acceleration. Okay, so by using this kind of formula, especially the equations of motion, we just going to identify the requirements, demanded things in the questions, the displacement or velocity or acceleration, something like that. We're going to just identify it. I hope you understood. Thank you so much.